Good morning, students. Today we will be continuing our next lecture of chapter magnetic effects of electric current. So our next topic is magnetic field due to a current in a solenoid. First we will do some reading part. A coil of many circular turns of insulated copper wire wrapped closely in the shape of a cylinder is called solenoid. The pattern of the magnetic field lines around a current carrying solenoid is shown in Fig 13.10. Compare the pattern of field with the magnetic field around a bar magnet. Do they look similar? Yes, they are similar. In fact, one end of the solenoid behave as a magnetic north pole while the other behave as the south pole. The field lines inside the solenoid are in the form of parallel straight lines. This indicates that the magnetic field is same at all points inside the solenoid. That is, the field is uniform inside the solenoid. A strong magnetic field produced inside a solenoid can be used to magnetize a piece of magnetic material like soft iron when placed inside the coil. This magnet so formed is called electromagnet. And next topic is force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. We have learned that an electric current flowing through a conductor produces a magnetic field. The field so produced exert a force on magnet placed in the vacancy of the conductor. French scientist André Marie Ampère suggested that the magnet must also exert an equal and opposite force on the current carrying conductor. The force due to a magnetic field acting on a current carrying conductor can be demonstrated through the following activity. Take a small aluminium rod AP of about 5 cm. Using two connecting wires, suspend it horizontally from a stand. Place a strong horseshoe magnet in such a way that the rod lies between the two poles, with the magnetic field directed upward. For this, put the north pole of the magnet vertically below and south pole vertically above the aluminium rod. Connect the aluminium rod in series with a battery, a key and a rheostat. Now pass a current through the aluminium rod from end A to end B. What do you observe? It is observed that the rod is displaced toward the left. You will notice that the rod gets displaced. Reverse the direction of current flowing through the rod and observe the direction of its displacement. It is now towards the right. Why does the rod get displaced? The displacement of the rod in the above activity suggests that a force is exerted on the current carrying aluminium rod when it is placed in a magnetic field. It also suggests that the direction of force is also reversed when the direction of current through the conductor is reversed. Now change the direction of field to vertically downward by interchanging the two poles of the magnet. It is once again observed that the direction of force acting on a current carrying rod gets reversed. It shows that the direction of the force on the conductor depends upon the direction of current and the direction of the magnetic field. Experiments have shown that the displacement of the rod is largest or the magnitude of the force is the highest when the direction of current is at right angle to the direction of magnetic field. In such a condition, we can use simple rule to find the direction of the force on the conductor. In activity 13.7, we considered that the direction of current and that of magnetic field perpendicular to each other and found that the force is perpendicular to both of them. The three directions can be illustrated through a simple rule called Fleming left hand rule. According to this rule, stretch the thumb, forefinger and middle finger of your left hand such that they are mutually perpendicular. If the first finger point in the direction of magnetic field and the second finger in the direction of current, then the thumb will point in the direction of motion or the force acting on the conductor. Devices that use current carrying conductor and magnetic field include electric motor, electric generator, loudspeaker, microphone and measuring instruments. In the next few sections we shall study about electric motors and generators. So now we are coming on to the explanation part. The topic name is magnetic field due to a current in a solenoid. So first question is, what is solenoid? And current is running in the solenoid. Next concept is, and due to that current, magnetic field is generated in the solenoid. First of all, what is a solenoid? You know a copper wire. What is a copper wire? And insulated copper wire, you know your fan is having a insulated copper wire. Means it is attached to a insulated copper wire. So if we take a coil of insulated copper wire and we wrap it, we means pack it in the shape of a cylinder, that cylinder is known as solenoid. So solenoid is a means if we take a coil of copper insulated copper wire like this and wrap it in the shape of a cylinder. It's like a cylinder, and wrap it in the shape of a cylinder. This is known as solenoid. It is a coil of insulated copper wire that is wrapped in the shape of a cylinder. One end will be connected to positive terminal of a battery and another to negative, and current will run in this way, in this direction, negative to positive, like this, like this, like this, like this. So solenoid is a coil of insulated copper wire wrapped in the shape of a cylinder. So this is your first question. What is solenoid? This is a solenoid. And when current runs through this solenoid, a magnetic field will get generated around the solenoid. And what will be the pattern of that magnetic field? What is the shape of that magnetic field? We will now discuss the pattern of magnetic field around solenoid. So how you can detect this pattern? It's very much simple. You just draw first a solenoid like this, like this, like this. Okay, you draw first this solenoid positive, and here it is negative. You know the direction of current is from negative to positive, like this. The current will go in this direction, go in this direction, then here, like here, then it will come here, then to here, after moving from this to there, and from to there, and to there, here, and here, and here. First there are point A, B and C. 3 points, you know, the arrow is in the upward direction. You just apply the right hand thumb rule here. Means current is moving in the upward direction. If current is moving in the upward direction, what will be the direction of a magnetic field lines? It will be anti-clockwise. It will be anti-clockwise, like this. Magnetic field lines will be like this. So we are taking the magnetic field around ABC, upward direction, like this, in anti-clockwise direction. This is pattern for ABC point. Now there is a point here D in downward, E, current is moving in downward direction, F, current is moving in downward direction. So you will apply the rule like this. So if in the downward direction, what will be direction? Clockwise. Means 9, 12, 3, 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. This will be clockwise. So clockwise will be like clockwise will be in the downward will be clockwise, like this. This is clockwise. So you draw one more circle. So here is clockwise. So this is the pattern around the solenoid. You will take 3 points, means you will first in upward, the current is moving in upward direction, you will draw a pattern of here, and means anti-clockwise. Current is moving in downward direction, you will draw a pattern of a clockwise direction, as you have studied in the right hand thumb rule. So this is the pattern of magnetic field that you are going to get in the solenoid. You just have a look. The magnetic fields are coming outward. The magnetic fields are coming outward. Here the magnetic fields are coming outward. Here the magnetic fields are moving into the solenoid, inward. So it is just behaving like a bar magnet, pattern like a bar magnet. In one, it is moving outward. From north, it is moving outward, and it is entering in the south, and inside they are straight lines. Inside the solenoid, the magnetic field lines are straight. just same pattern like the bar magnet we have studied. The magnetic field pattern of solenoid means this end of solenoid will behave as a north pole and this end of solenoid will behave as a south pole. So the magnetic field pattern of solenoid is same to the magnetic field pattern of a bar magnet. So the pattern of bar magnet is same as that of the solenoid. So this is the pattern. In up means here current in upward direction, upward means anti-clockwise, here current in downward direction, downward, 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 downward and downward, so in clockwise. So one end of the solenoid behave as a north pole and other end of the behave as a south pole. This will behave as north pole and this will behave as south pole. The magnetic field pattern is same as the magnetic field pattern produced by a bar magnet. Means from bar magnet from one pole their magnetic field lines are moving outward. From one pole they are moving outward. In one pole they are moving inward. In another pole they are moving inward. Inside the solenoid they are straight lines. So magnetic field lines inside the solenoid are straight lines. What does that mean? If the magnetic field lines inside the solenoid are straight, that means the magnetic field inside the solenoid is uniform. If means they are the straight lines, uniform means strength at every point inside the solenoid is same. The strength of magnetic field inside the solenoid, if we are taking the strength at A, if we are taking the strength at B, if we are taking the strength at C, A is lying inside the solenoid, B is lying inside the solenoid, C is lying inside the solenoid. Inside the solenoid the magnetic field is uniform. That means the strength at every point that is inside the solenoid will be same. The strength of magnetic field at A will be same, B will be same, C will be same, because these 3 points they are lying inside the solenoid. Magnetic field lines inside the solenoid they are straight lines. Straight line means inside magnetic field is uniform, strength at each and every point is same. So you know that means inside the solenoid magnetic field is strong. This magnetic field inside the solenoid is strong, and if inside the solenoid we place a iron rod, this iron rod it will get magnetized. Because inside the solenoid magnetic field is strong, if we are going to place a iron rod inside solenoid, this iron rod will get magnetized due to this magnetic field. So if it is getting magnetized, that means we obtained a new magnet. This magnet is known as electromagnet. That means means if we place a iron rod inside the solenoid, it will get magnetized due to the magnetic field of solenoid. This newly formed magnet is known as a electromagnet. So this is a rod I have placed inside the solenoid. This will behave as a magnet and it will be known as a electromagnet. I am again repeating the concept. What is solenoid? Coil of insulated copper wire wrapped in the shape of a cylinder. What will be the pattern? I have told you to draw the pattern. Here you will take 3 or 4 points in the upward direction, upward anti-clockwise. You will take 3 points in the downward or clockwise. So one end of the solenoid will behave as north pole, one end of the solenoid will behave as south pole, because in one end magnetic field lines they are moving outward. Outward is north, inward is south. Just its magnetic field pattern is same as the magnetic field of bar magnet, because in bar magnet the magnetic field lines are moving outward from the north pole and moving inward through the south pole. So one end of the solenoid it is behaving as north pole and the other end of solenoid is behaving as south pole. But inside the solenoid the magnetic field lines are straight. That means the magnetic field inside the solenoid is uniform. Uniform means strength at every point inside the solenoid is same. And if we are going to place the iron rod inside the solenoid, it will become magnetized, and this is known as electromagnet. Next topic is a force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. That means we will place a conductor in which current is flowing in a magnetic field. What will act on that conductor? A force will act on that conductor. Suppose you are having this horseshoe shaped magnet, north and south. What is the direction of magnetic field? The direction of magnetic field is from north to south. So the direction of magnetic field here acting is in the upward direction. So we have placed a conductor in between the horseshoe magnet. Suppose this is a horseshoe magnet. Suppose this is a horseshoe magnet. This is its north pole, this is its south pole, and we have placed a conductor like this. That means you have placed a conductor like this. You have placed this is suppose north pole and suppose this is south pole. You will hang the conductor in between the horseshoe magnet like this, and you will connect one end of the conductor to positive terminal of the battery and the other end of the conductor to the negative terminal of the battery. So this is a concept like this. You will place a conductor in between the horseshoe magnet and you will connect one end of the conductor to the positive terminal of battery and the other end of the conductor to the negative terminal of battery, and this is just a stand. We know that we have placed a current carrying conductor in magnetic field. That means what will this magnetic field do? This magnetic field, it will apply the force on the conductor in which current is flowing. That means when you place a current carrying conductor, in a magnetic field, a force will act on this current carrying conductor due to this magnetic field. So what are you doing? You are placing a current carrying conductor. Where? In magnetic field. And what is happening? Force is acting on which conductor? Due to magnetic field. So this is a concept. So you have taken a conductor AB. Your conductor is AB. AB. And you have horizontally placed between the horseshoe magnet. Suspend means latkaya. You have suspended it horizontally. That means you have suspended it horizontally between the horseshoe magnet. How you have suspended it? Horizontally. That means you have suspended horizontally like this. This is a horizontal direction. This is vertical. You have suspended horizontally. You will, in first step, what you will do? This is activity. You will take a current carrying conductor AB and you will hang it horizontally between the horseshoe magnet. You know that the direction of magnetic field is upward like this, north to south. The direction of magnetic field is always from north to south. So magnetic field is acting in upward direction. And what you have hanged inside the magnetic field? You have hanged a conductor in which current is flowing. When the current will flow through the conductor, that means the conductor show the displacement. Why it is showing the displacement? It is showing the displacement because some force is acting on the conductor in which current is flowing by the magnetic field. That means magnetic field will apply some force. Due to that, a displacement will be shown in the conductor like this. When you hang this, when current start running through this conductor, it will show displacement either in this direction or either in this direction. Why it is showing the displacement? Because force is acting due to magnetic field. That's why it is showing the displacement. So note down this second point of your activity. That means when the current start flowing, the conductor show displacement because the force is acting on the conductor due to magnetic field. Next, this is a case of this activity only. What you have done now? You have reversed the direction of current. How you have reversed the direction of current? Suppose in previous case the current is running from this blue portion to this black portion. Now you are reversing the current. The current now will start from this black portion and run toward a blue portion. You can reverse the current by changing the direction of battery that is attached with this conductor. So now in second case you have reversed the direction of current. What will happen? Displacement will be there in the conductor, but the direction of displacement will be different. If in earlier case the conductor got displaced in this direction, because now the direction of current in the conductor is reversed, now the displacement of conductor will be in this direction. So when you reverse the direction of current through the conductor, the direction of displacement also will get reversed. That means now displacement will take in the opposite direction as compared to earlier case. So first means main point here you have to note down. If you means reverse the direction of current, the direction of force is also going to change. So that means current is reversed, direction of force will also get reversed. This is important concept. So this is first observation. That means he has changed some conditions, and first observation is means direction of force depends on the direction of current. Second case, now he has changed the direction of magnetic field. How he has changed the direction of magnetic field? He has rotated the horseshoe magnet upside down. Now the north pole is in up direction, and upside means in the upward, and south pole in the downward. Now the direction of magnetic field is downward. He has, in second case, he have reversed the direction of magnetic field. When he have reversed the direction of magnetic field, then the force on the conductor will also get reversed. In second case, what he have noted when he is changing the direction of magnetic field, the direction of force is getting reversed. When he is changing the current, the direction of force is getting reversed. That means the direction of force depend on current also, direction of force depend on direction of magnetic field also. So we have means world of two concept. Direction of force, it depends on the direction of current, and direction of magnetic field. So note down this important point in your mind. The direction of force, it depends on the direction of current also, and direction of magnetic field also. He has performed, the person who is performing the experiment, in first case he have changed the direction of current, the direction of force get reversed. In second case he has changed the direction of magnetic field, then also the direction of force get reversed. So direction of force is depending on the direction of current and direction of magnetic field. He conducted experiment so many times. He found a one observation. What is the observation? When the direction of current is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. Suppose that means suppose like this. Suppose the direction of magnetic field is from this end to this end. That means this is the direction of magnetic field. This is the direction. That means in this direction. And current is running in this direction, like this. So what is the direction of current? The direction of current is perpendicular. So this is the direction of magnetic field, like this. So this is, suppose this is the direction of magnetic field, north to south, suppose, and he have placed conductor in such a way. The current is flowing from this blue side to black side. Now the direction of current is perpendicular to the direction of a magnetic field. In this case, maximum force will act on the conductor in which current is flowing. So where means force on the conductor will be maximum when the direction of current is perpendicular to the direction of a magnetic field. So this is a concept. This is very much important point to remember. When the question can be asked, when is the direction, means when maximum force will act on the current carrying conductor that is placed in magnetic field. Maximum force will act on the means current carrying conductor when the direction of current is perpendicular to the direction of a magnetic field. So you know that what results we have got when we are changing the direction of current and when we are changing the direction of a magnetic field, and when they are normal to each other, then the force means is maximum on the conductor. And when he is conducting the means experiment, he have found one more thing. When the direction of current and when the direction of magnetic field is normal to each other, suppose this. So this is a concept of normal. Suppose this is a direction of a current, and suppose this is the direction of magnetic field. When he is conducting the experiment, suppose this is the direction of current, and this is the direction of field. He found that when the then at that time the direction of force is perpendicular to both field and both current, like this. This is the direction of force. It is perpendicular to both field and perpendicular to both current. So in results what scientists have found, when the direction of current and when the direction of magnetic field is 90 degree to each other, then the direction of force is also 90 degree to both the direction of current and both the direction of magnetic field, like this. What scientists have conducted, when they conducted the experiment, in that case, when they have taken the direction of field and direction of current 90 degree to each other, then at that time the direction of force came 90 degree to means force direction 90 degree to field and force direction 90 degree to current. So at that time, that means there is what we have got in the results, that means the direction of current and direction of magnetic field, when it is at 90 degree, then at that time the direction of force is also at 90 degree to the direction of current and magnetic field. So what we are gained, when a current carrying conductor we are placing in magnetic field, the force is acting on the current carrying conductor, and the direction of force we can find with the help of Fleming left hand rule. So we can apply the Fleming left hand rule. The Fleming left hand rule says this is thumb, this is first finger, and this is central finger. Fleming's left hand rule says place thumb, first finger and central finger mutually perpendicular to each other. Place. First of all, what will you do? Place thumb, first finger, central finger mutually perpendicular to each other in such a way that first finger is pointing toward the direction of field and central finger is pointing toward the direction of current. F for first, F for field, C for center, C for current. That means you know the two directions, you know the direction of current and you know the direction of field. Then the thumb will provide us information about the direction of force. So Fleming's left hand rule says means stretch thumb, first finger, central finger mutually perpendicular to each other in such a way that first finger point in the direction of magnetic field, central finger point in the direction of current, then the thumb will provide us the direction of a force that is acting on the current carrying conductor. So rule says that you have to stretch your thumb, first and central finger mutually perpendicular to each other such that the central finger is toward the central finger is giving information about the direction of current and first finger is giving information about the field. Then the thumb will give information about the direction of force that is acting on the current carrying conductor. Devices that is based on this concept are, what concept means, when a current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field, then a force will act on that current carrying conductor. In this concept, now on this concept, what kind of device is based? Electric motor in our house is based on this concept, loudspeaker is based on that concept, microphone that is in our phone, it is based on that concept, and measuring instruments is based on this concept. So hope you enjoyed today's lecture. Now note down here today's homework. Magnetic field, what is the means what kind of magnetic field is produced when the current is flowing in a solenoid. Your first question is, what kind of magnetic field is produced when current is running through the solenoid? Second concept, explain with an activity that force act on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. Question number second, explain with an activity that force act on a current carrying conductor when it is placed in magnetic field. Third question is, explain the Fleming left hand rule. So hope you enjoyed today's lecture. This is all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.